everybody. My claim that I'm responding to today is the NBA's decision to change draft requirements benefits the athletes. My opponent's secondary claims, which he stated, were number one, the age limit forces high school students to enroll at a college for at least a year. And two, if players do not qualify academically for college, for example, taking not passing the SATs or high school exit exam, then they have the option of playing in other leagues professionally. My response to these claims is for the first one, which states that age limit forces high school students to enroll at a college for at least a year, is that 1 year of college education is not necessary in order to go into the NBA. The education obtained or would be obtained in college will have no beneficial application by the players to the NBA. So, meaning that like in the NBA, no one looks at the degrees, it's more of like the popularity of the player and the statistics of how they're playing in the league. Also, the age limit inhibits talented high school players from entering the NBA right after high school. The second claim, which states if players do not qualify academically for college, for example, not passing the SAT or the high school exit exam, then they have the option of playing in other leagues professionally. My response to this is if players don't pass the SAT or any other academic tests at school, then why send the talent to other leagues when that talent could be beneficial to the NBA itself? Highly successful players such as LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and Tracy McGrady all come to the NBA straight from high school and have contributed greatly to the success and popularity of the NBA. By putting academic blocks on successful sports students from high school, great talent like LeBron or Kobe or McGrady could be lost to other leagues or other countries. An example of this, which my opponent stated, was Brandon Jennings, which was an NBA player who went after high school to another country to play in the league. And according to Mike Miller of NBC Sports, although this new draft requirement helps power college athletics such as basketball, that same power could be applied to the NBA and make it more exciting. So bringing fresh talent and better high school students could make the NBA more watchable and more exciting to watch. So in conclusion, my conclusion is the NBA's decision to change the draft requirements has no sort of benefit to the athletes themselves. Thank you.
All right, well, you label the advocate's points fairly clearly. You suggest that there's no benefit, and in fact there could be potential harm because of these changes. I didn't know exactly what the advocate claimed the benefits were based on the argument you're presenting, and so it's a little bit hard to tell. It sounds sort of like it's backwards. Instead of it being an argument that there is a benefit to it, there's an argument that says that they aren't really harmed by it. And I think that that's the way you might want to approach this, in essence showing that there is no positive consequence to the student or the student athlete. I thought that that was the right way to go along with this. I think you could also show, for instance, either with some hypotheticals or some actual example situations where it would have had a substantial advantage to somebody to go into the NBA rather than going to college, or being forced to play someplace else, either on their marketability, on what they learn, or potential injury. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff there that is a potential counterclaim on that point. I think you need to talk a little bit more about what the advocate's argument really was and whether or not it really sustained itself, and there's not enough analysis of the advocate's evidence or their reasoning on these points. All right, thank you.